might be your music, but look, yeah, everything is on our end here. Everything's good to go, dog.
Yeah. Okay, and everybody.
Actually, you know what? Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I know it's live, but I'm waiting for Dr. Everybody, hey, hi. He set up everybody gets into my live studio. We're gonna bring you a good show, post-election show. I'm waiting for Dr.
Let's watch Pablo. Let's watch Pablo eat that plastic.
Let's watch Pablo get that
So
pate.
we get everybody on the live right now. Let's try to get Pablo. You know, look, he buy a party for himself. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Pablo va te passer pour te fal. Pablo pour nous, but ça c'est Pablo.
Pablo, really quick, can you give me a favor? No, not Pablo. Anybody under the live, if you can hear us clearly, so please let us know. Let us know if you can hear us.
Shut a live right now.
So this is going to be a very special show because we're going to Azazel Podcast, OUVRIBARYE, HMI Live, and Caribbean Political Alliance page as well.
Oh, you already put it in the page?
Oh, oui. We're going to make this sur page là. Mes amis, si vous attendez bien. OK. OK. Nous live, nous bien. So, tout le monde qui attendait bien.
Don't mind me.
Dr. Rousseau, l'on capable de remonter encore.
Et
l'on capable de faire un peu l'effort pour remonter encore. Bon, et Pablo, Voy, Monsieur, bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Ça va fait.
Bonsoir, Johnny. Good evening, Johnny. How are you? It's another great night with it's a joint venture between HMI Live and OUVRIBARYE and Caribbean American Citizen Alliance. So this is going to be a great night. And what we're going to talk about is politics. You know, we're going to take on the 2022 midterm election. Okay, so nous allons parler élection, résultat élection, all the goods and all the bad, the winners and the losers.
Qu'on la gueule, boy.
Obligé, mon cher. The winners and the losers. So I'm gonna be like Junior tonight.
Oui.
We're not gonna hold back.
Oh man, Junior t'es supposé là.
I know, Junior. I know what's going on with you, man.
Oui.
You're going to the midlife crisis, brother. So
Oui. Comment ça, même?
Oh yeah, he's going through it, man.
But hey, listen, please, if you're watching this, let us know where you are watching from. Faites connaître qui côté vous regardez nous, qui côté vous suivre nous, sur quelle plateforme vous suivre nous, parce que nous live sur 4 plateformes qu'on y a là, et c'est bien important.
Pas bien checker si comme ça, non, share the live, folks.
Nous avons special guest qui est supposé Dr. Rousseau.
Dr. Rousseau. Is Dr. Rousseau ready for this?
Oh, Dr.
What state is he living in?
Texas.
Oh, he's in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, he's with Governor Abbott.
Yeah. So he's ready for this. I'm sure he's ready for this. So we're going to wait for him to come up as well. You practically know
almost every name in every state.
You come to governor.
Yo, you would not catch me doing that.
Okay. So Pablo, election night. Qui ça vous pensez?
Well, first thing first, bonsoir à tout le monde. Et n'a dit merci à tout le monde qui super. You know, tonight, are we doing English or Creole?
Both.
Bilingual.
Okay. N'a dit bonsoir à tout le monde. Again, hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? You guys already know it's your boy Pablo, aka Nek Babla, aka Hey.
Alors, c'est pas toi manger qu'il faut pas parler plus fort.
Bon, comment vous voulez me parler plus fort, boy? Listen, my voice is spiking right now. Look. Not to my parler fort.
No, he acting like he's with a woman now, Pablo.
No,
come on, man. That's not you.
Mas sou pas bon mon time.
That's not you.
Tu peux pas ter besoin de manger, man. Pas bon mon time.
Unmute Pablo. Pablo.
Oh, no, Chef, we're back. Everybody tonight, thank you for tuning in. You guys already know Voy want to do this political show. Again, joint ventures, and I don't see why not. So we are literally talking about the post-election situation within Florida. I don't think we're going to focus out of Florida, but to be honest with you, within the Florida itself. So I don't see why not. You know, why not just go to different platforms? HMI Live 1. There's other platforms that it's going live into. So, hey, it is what it is. Because sometimes we need to know who's who within our cabinetry or slash states or city or whatever the case may be. We need to know who's who. So tonight, Voy, which is the super talented behind that, will give you guys all the detailed information. Sometimes, or if not, county by county, state by state, and officials by official. So I just want to say, hey, I'm here for the ride. Let's go.
And let me know. I know a lot of you guys. I'm pretty much got the HMI live. Let me know if you guys love the screen because Pablo trying to try this new type of what called eCam setup.
No, let's be credible credit to not Pablo.
Okay. So just let me know if you guys really like it because he's gonna go in that format. So because he kind of look good. Usually he got his little screen when he's doing his little studio. Now he got like a full format, like a real studio. He looked good on it, so he kind of enjoyed it. So
the difference is tonight I'm not the operator. That's why you see
oh
my hands is free. That's the difference.
But let us know if you guys really love this format. But anyway, I want to say thank you to Johnny, thank you to Pablo for allowing me to conduct this show, and who's been working throughout the midterm from the primary to the midterm election up to November the 8th, where we were covering live over at Colonel Winbridge, who did a fabulous job, a wonderful job trying to represent District 10, but unfortunately he came short. We're going to congratulate Maxwell Frost on the Democratic side. Was 25 years old, first job, so we're gonna have a chance to talk about that. He's gonna be our representative on District 10. So nous connaissons que c'est Maxwell Frost qui est sous parti démocrate là dans District 10. So n'a pas le tout détail dans l'élection. Mes amis, partagez live là. Johnny.
Bon, et m'apprécie faire un peu l'effort là pour prendre Dr. Rousseau nous dans le green room là. Let me tell you, Dr. Rousseau, sous attendez nous, please put the phone on do not disturb. Nous perdons encore. So là, tourner après. Bon, et moi dis merci en pile, Pablo, merci parce que vous quittez m'utiliser le studio aujourd'hui, pour quitter nous voler cet espace là.
Pas problème non. Son aussi bien ou bon live.
So, nous apprécions ça en pile. Mais, je crois que l'important pour la communauté haïtienne, non? Spécialement Haitian American to get involved. Because nous ça qui se passe là, bon, et en pile Haitian American t'es allé dans l'élection depuis la primary, en pile perdu, les nous arriver dans general election encore bon, je crois que nous pas combien total qui fait succès, nous crois nous gagnons qui parle dans le congrès, qui c'est Sheila qui va aller dans le congrès. Mais nous ne pour chaque local election qui ça qui gagne, qui ça qui perd, mais nationally nous avons un seul grain qui va aller dans le congrès. So, ça veut dire que le problème est difficile et
problème est difficile ou bien those Haitian candidates trying to be superstar.
Well, I don't know.
You let me know. I mean,
all I'm saying is,
they promoting their businesses or they trying to run for Congress? Which one is it?
This guy come for trouble tonight.
You already know if Voy is gonna go down.
You already know tonight. But listen, I think we have to do a better job as a community to educate the people, because our community, a lot of people did not go vote. No. Doesn't matter what the reason was, but they did not go to vote. Okay?
Because they're not happy with the Democrat Party.
Well,
they're not happy with Joe Biden. Joe Biden deported 25,000 Haitians already.
Then in that case,
and Miami, Dade County went red.
Oh my goodness!
And realize, Pablo, Dade County got the largest Haitian population in the United States of America.
And they didn't go.
Man.
Oh, wow.
They didn't go.
And they didn't go what?
Did they go vote?
I think they did.
Non. Faut que nous disions à la jeune liya.
How we went from blue?
Haïtien passe en pile misère. En pile misère dans l'année qui se passe là. Pourtant Joe Biden était président. That's his responsibility. Et moi, à cause de ça, mon groupe haïtien qui dit le bouquet voter, il va voter. Même quoi que il décidait que enough is enough. Yo pas voter pour démocrate encore, yo juste voter républicain. Vous comprenez? Parce que yo dit diable a manger, diable a manger yo. Pas dire maman diable a manger.
La même chose.
Qui ça pour yo faire? So,
exactly.
Moi-même, moi crois que nous avons une responsabilité en plus dans le monde qui dans les médias qui boit ici yo, pour yo apprendre politique boit ici pour yo apprendre le système nan fonctionner boit ici pour nous aider compatriotes nous yo. C'est ça tout notre
How you gonna help them? Because when you have certain candidate running, they act like they already know it already.
Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know.
I mean, help me out here.
Listen, we don't get to pick the candidate.
Johnny,
right?
tonight is not the time
This is not
to be
the night. No.
sugar-coated. Parler sac dans les dos, parler sur suivre, parler sur konnen, parler expérience ou.
Okay.
Bon parole à rebord. Parole à gogo.
This is what I'm gonna say.
Tell it like
We
it is.
don't get to pick the candidate. The candidate.
And by the way, we're in Orlando. We're in Florida. We are in Florida.
Yeah, that's right.
We are in Florida. We're going to talk about Florida election. Then we're going to move on to the general election. But we're going to try to do that in two languages, English and Creole. So guess what? Share the live. Go ahead, Johnny.
So we don't get to pick the candidate, right? We get to pick whoever get elected by voting. Wake up tomorrow morning and decide that I'm going to be a candidate, right? But you don't know me. You don't know anything about me. So it's my duty, my responsibility to let you know who I am, why I'm a good choice. But the problem is, like you said earlier, a lot of this candidate that was their first time. A lot of them, that was their first time. Now, this is where I have an issue. Côté ancien électé, boy ici qui c'est haïtien. Pour quelle raison, mentor, nouveau candidat ça?
Qui t'a fait dans quel pays?
Qui sont dans quel pays ya? Nous pas qui sont dans quel pays ya?
Bring it on, brother. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Est-ce qu'on connaît ancien électé candidat haïtien américain? Yo gon groupe, yo gon association même.
OK.
Nous dans l'association ça, faut que tu aies une responsabilité pour identifier tout haïtien qui a quel démocrate, quel républicain.
Somebody's Haitian candidate don't want advice. And we're going to talk about several of them.
Well, I don't know. You got to
No.
I'll
tell you what. Johnny trying to be nice. I'm not going to be nice. Anyway, happy Veteran Day. He's a Navy veteran. I'm an Air Force. And my boy Rod Johnson was an Army vet. Michelle, who's an Army vet. Happy Veteran Day to all the veterans out here in Central Florida and Orlando. And I'm going to talk about my boy Rod Johnson in the primary. Rod Joseph.
You put it up there, Larry?
No. Rod. I was holding on.
And then what happened?
I was holding on, brother. But bring it on. I hope they send you the link. You know, so
somebody going to tag Rod Joseph for you.
Go ahead.
I'm guarantee you, going to keep tag Lipu.
Rod,
it'll be like that will come.
Rod, bring it on, baby, because your opponents you endorse actually win the district in Seminole County. So, so let me know. Talk to me, brother. I want to hear from you tonight. You've been all over the map.
He's been everywhere.
You've been everywhere. So tonight is your night. You know, I wanna do the right thing. But let me put it this way: Florida is a red state.
What was it before? Blue?
It was red, but it wasn't that red. The only county that voted mostly blue is Orange County, and we're gonna change that.
So which color are you?
My blood is red.
So what's the problem then?
Your blood is red.
So what's the problem?
Your blood is red. I don't know about Johnny's blood tonight because he's drinking some wine.
Listen, we have to break this down a little bit because we got about 2 hours here to steal from Pablo, and I want it to be
two great hours.
So we have to break this little by little. First, let's talk about what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be our first point. The second one, let's break down the result for the people. I know you already have it breakdown, ready to go, but nan opinion Paul, Voy, nan opinion Paul, ki sa ki rive nan eleksyon sa? Paske, mabjou gen de bagay pou gade. Nou te di ke Republican yo, listen, they're gonna take it over, right? What did they call it?
We call it red wave,
red
tsunami.
Red tsunami.
And it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It didn't. But we won the house.
En même temps tout.
But no, nous gagnons chambre député.
Yeah.
We won. I want you to say it.
Yeah, you won the
Say it again. Say it again.
En même temps tout. En même temps tout, démocrate pas qu'à célébrer parce que you perdu en fait. So, expliquez moun yo what happened.
Okay, first let me start with Orange County. Okay, all right. The county we live in. Congratulations to Mike Scott, who is the commissioner for District 6. Okay, with Lawana Gessler, and I guess you do have that result. And if you want to put it on the screen,
Who you talking? You want the whole entire result?
yeah. So
Okay, so
Because-
while you're talking,
so we could get the numbers. But anyway, I'll wait for you to put it in the screen. Mike won at 16,463 vote with 51.2%. Lawana at 15,712 at 48.8%. So for County Commissioner District 6, the establishment, and I'm going to be honest with the voters of Orange County in District 6, they wanted Mike Scott. Buddy Dyer wanted Mike Scott. Mayor Demings wanted Mike Scott because it's going to be that puppet boys.
What do you mean
Plain
by
and simple.
puppet? What do you mean by puppet?
They didn't want Lawana in there to be represented. So Orange County, I'm going to tell people that live in Orange County in Orlando, you're going to regret this. Okay? To me, I think Lawana will be a better commissioner for District 6. And absolutely.
That's how you see it.
That's how I see it. Because she's been a fighter for Orange County. She's been on the front line. She's been on the battle for us. She's been on the battle with Mayor Demings and Mayor Buddy Dart. And I'm
pulling up, y'all.
And I'm not holding back on
What's
this.
not pulling up?
I'm trying to pull the election result for.
Okay?
Oh,
So
you want me to send you the link, or
Yeah, if you can send me the link, it probably be easier.
send the link, boy?
I think we in District 6 is gonna Mike is a great guy. But he's gonna be a token for Mayor Demings.
Don't put it like that.
No, he is. I'm serious.
The
I'm
man is
serious.
his own man. He's gonna make his own.
That's what you think. And I'm not holding that back. So that's what we voted for in Orange County for District 6, and that's the representative you're gonna get. Okay, that's who they wanted there in that seat. And I hope Lawana look it into the voting process to make sure there's no shenanigan went on. I hope you look at it again to see what happened. And she okay. So that's for county.
You have it. I'm gonna bring it for you because you wanted me to bring this on.
Yeah, that's it. Here we go.
Okay,
You
so
got it. Oh, you didn't have. I sent you the cut and paste to you.
oh well,
No, that's fine. I mean, that's live results.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is the official result. We're getting this straight from the election office. Okay, so it is official result from the election office. So what district? If you name the district, you'll be able to.
Well, no, this is the state you pull up. I was trying to see if you pulled the county.
State?
Yeah,
That's
that's the
county.
state. No, that's the state.
Hold
I
on.
know the site pretty good. That's the state.
Nope, that's the state. That's the state.
That's the state.
Let's see.
But you go ahead, leave it right there because we only have one major. Go back to DeMarco Rubio and Val Demings because
like
that's
that part.
that's the next one we're gonna talk about.
Okay, well, there we go.
Okay.
Right in the screen with you. Marco Rubio, Val Demings, Marco Rubio 57%, Val Demings 41%. Ça qui est là.
Mon cher!
Ça qui est là.
Somewhere about mon cher, I don't know. That's a very good question. Somewhere Deming, excuse me, went hard. So that's true. We can only ask you what happened.
What do you mean you're gonna ask
Because
me?
you
Don't
live
live in Florida?
I live in Florida, but
so
you,
why are you asking me?
you have their address.
What do you mean I have that?
You be in their living room.
I think Val Demings run a great race.
I think she won a
I
terrible
think
race.
she went too hard.
She run a great race, but the problem is Florida is not the Florida that we know. Swap got the map là. Yeah, you can take off.
Okay.
Yeah, Swap got the map là. Swap got the
Pablo,
map.
just post the number though, so people can call
No,
in
it's
too.
not. But wait, manager du parles là, basta monter la coupon.
There's no posting number.
No.
Give
No, you said that if we're taking calls, but I don't have that cable.
Oh,
don't
you
have
have
that
a
cable?
No.
Okay,
I mean-
yeah. Well, guess what? They could you could post that number. They still could call. Put it
They
on
can
the
call
mic.
from your
Yeah,
phone and you
yeah.
put it on speaker.
Then there
Yeah.
you go.
Okay, you can do that. So, when quick, Val Demings found, I mean, she won a good race. Mais,
Can you tell me?
Florida, yeah, encore.
What? Okay, if you tell me she had a good campaign organization, I'll tell you yes.
Yes, she did.
Okay, she had a good and that's what you're telling me because
she had
you tell me
great
she's running a good
campaign
race.
Organization.
She had a great campaign organization. Okay,
But
she had a
if I
good
was
grassroots, but she was not gonna win this seat for the Senate. Demings was the representative for 6 years, not even introduce a single bill in Congress. Can you tell me what? No. Can you tell me what Val Demings has done for District 10 and Orlando? Can you give me one thing that people in Orlando right now is benefit from Val Demings? And Val Demings want to kill your black babies. That's what she wanted to do. That's the only thing she won that election for.
Listen,
That's the only thing she won the Senate. That's the only thing she talked about. So don't tell me Val Demings won a good campaign.
Listen,
She was an advocate for abortion, and the whole Democrat, they spent $25 million.
let me ask you something.
$25 million on the abortion campaign.
Listen, Val Demings is a Democrat. She ran her race. She had a great organization. The only problem I can see, she did not break away from the party. Okay? But as a woman, she is going to protect. That's just how it is.
Johnny, advocate for killing African American black babies in America. Why won't we try to reduce abortion?
Pas faire ça, c'est
What do you mean by ça?
It's not only.
Women body mon blanc, on politicien noir,
Non.
c'est avocat seulement pour abortion seulement.
Non.
Démocrate, tu vas offrir rien dans l'élection ça.
Pour ça, c'est ça me do. Et voy dans votre ville dans libre anti Florida. Et ça faut commencer à rager là. Okay.
You have to understand, it's not only black folks who have abortion. I hate when you guys say black babies. It's not only black folks who have abortion. It's not.
But why would you advocate
Okay.
to killing your own race more?
Nobody's advocating for that. She's advocating for women's rights.
Okay, what is women right?
Okay, she right to choose.
Why to choose what?
What they
To
want
kill more
decide.
babies. Just be honest. To kill more babies.
Ok, moi-même les républicains ont dit ça. Qui solution proposée? Après si moun fin fait, nous pas vle ouais rien. Nous pas vle voir l'école gratis. Nous pas vle soins médical. Nous pas depuis au fin fait nous oublier. Depuis au fin fait nous mettre mourir pour quoi?
Can I ask you what country you live in now?
What you mean what country?
No.
Can
I
you
ask you what?
advocate for school for free college? No, you're not. You don't even want those people to get the debt paid off.
Listen, not everybody could go to college, Johnny.
Come on, but it's not.
Not
up to
everybody
you.
go to college.
It's not up to you. It's not up to you. to
And
decide for it.
and we're gonna get back to that with that student loan. I'm glad the court put a hold on it because not everybody is going to college. They got vocational school. That's why you have standard tests.
Listen.
Moi-même, tu débat ça artisan.
Doctor Pooh.
Vale, merci.
Yeah. Listen, you have to understand, right? If you want the kids to be born, there's a responsibility. Okay? And majorité, tant yo, c'est celle mesdames yo qui deal ensemble avec. En tant que garçon, ça plus facile pour nous faire, c'est payer child support, nous finir. Okay?
That's the reality. Johnny, I'm going to come back to that. But let's bring Val Demings.
Okay.
Marco Rubio spanked that ass. Let me say it again. Marco Rubio spanked Val Demings' ass on the debate and the result. Because Jerry Demings could not spank that ass back.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's not do that. But listen, let me tell you something.
Mark, you look at her in the debate. She had this mean characteristic as a black woman. She had this mean character. Like you look at pure evil. It was like, damn.
No, man. She run her race. She run her race.
The way she see fit.
The way she see fit.
That's the best way to put it.
Now, let's bring them a map, a very interesting map that political.com has, and I think the people need to see that map so they can understand what's going on. Okay, so let's do that right now. Let's bring that political map right here. This is the country.
Now, I want you to do me a favor. Can you count how many blues?
Oh yeah, we can count.
Go ahead.
We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13?
13 blues.
What number 13 represent?
I don't know.
Can you count the red, please?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. What does 19 represent?
Wow. Wow.
So,
wow.
That's expliquez communauté haïtienne qui ça n'a regardé là avant.
Ça c'est map électoral là que majorité comme you pull it by the state sous capable de map county yo pour montrer toute région yo, toute county yo, toute municipal yo ou après qui couleur que yo ça veut dire ça. Qu'on aime toujours dire the Democrat Party son extension de médias que lié. Les que médias a dit un certain bagaille ou bien big tech a dit un certain bagaille, c'est puis en relation à faire. Mais législativement, c'est ça que n'a regardé là. Legislative agenda maintained by Republican. OK? Legislative agenda maintained by Republican. Élection qui sont faites là, ou a une majorité gouverneur, ou a une majorité et député, et selon Jean Sénat Boiléa, oui, ou a consacré une slim majorité dans le Sénat. OK? Ou a gagné 2 sénateurs et en majorité républicain Sénat, ou bien ou a gagné. Mais législative agenda municipal, local, tout, il y a plus ou moins majorité républicain et c'est agenda républicain. Mais ou pas paraître soit tant des everyday politics ou connaître ces démocrates là qui toujours abdominé mais y a dominé en public relation à cause de gens médias reporter un certain de bagaille. Un exemple on nous prend abortion. M'pa vle rete focus sur abortion. Là que nous devons un bagaille qui s'acte dans tête et voteur qui t'a voté en 2022. Yo dit c'est inflation avec économie, mais sous côté démocrate yo dit c'est abortion parce que abortion est-ce que vraiment vrai yo mettons on break on frein sous républicain yo tant qu'on dit nous t'a pas gon red wave on tsunami oui, mais si yo pas de extension média ça cap reporté 24 sur 24 côté report abortion 24 sur 24 et regarde tout majorité député démocrate ou bien sénateur ou bien gouverneur yo gon seule chanson t'a chanter. OK, soit regarder deux bas et Marco Rubio avec Val Demings, soit regarder deux bas Ron DeSantis avec Charlie Crist ou Charlie Crist ouvert opening avec abortion et puis selon tout l'autre et gouverneur ou bien candidat démocrate yo ouvert et avec abortion. Nous même dans Orlando tout bon Dieu Naomi Blum qui t'a pour commissionnaire agriculture qui pas quoi dans abortion, li fait on bas face, I used to that on the baron comment dit ça on bas face c'est quoi militaire
Casse-tête tourné. Bon,
li dit qu'on y a lui supporter abortion et lui supporter et transgender, lui supporter gay. Eh ben c'est ça fait que parti démocrate là pas supporter en commencement à cause de viewpoint ça yo que li te gagné. Okay? So nationally, the legislative agenda always has been conservative, but the media and the Democrat do such a great job. I mean, they do. I'm not gonna take that away from them. They have a better messaging, but the grassroots movement in America, the county wise, is legislative agenda is Republican.
Problem.
Bon, et
I hope you put the
I'm gonna bring the map. The
Yeah.
map
which is county wise. Yeah, you got it by the state.
Very, very interesting. That map.
Yes. No, I'll go back
Special-
county by county with it.
Yeah, spécialement ça qui Florida. Let me see.
I think you got it on your back screen there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to
Oh, you don't have it.
to break it down for. Supposed to give it to me by state. Okay, let's go down to Florida.
Oh wow. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Roy,
Mais bon,
Get.
so c'est ça que moi venir avec. Ouais, we say we bring receipts.
Oh.
Moi venir avec.
now wait a focus.
Yeah.
Sous ça.
Yo, but for real, what happened?
Mais pas blanc ça là. Pas blanc manger trop pâté.
Et si moun yo ap suiv, besoin ouvrir même pour yo ka. OK. Côté qui bleu yo qui représenter démocrate, côté qui rouge yo représenter républicain. OK, Pablo,
Oui.
même là cliquer sur côté qui m'a si la petite me fait ça, ou cliquer sur côté qui bleu yo, côté qui li pral break it down pour non,
Municipal.
wap wè yo entouré net de rouge. Ça veut dire de républicains. So ça veut dire c'est un petit côté dans parti local, c'est un petit environnement seulement qui nous a dit qui démocrate. Par exemple, Orange County était démocrate. Mais soit le Seminole County, ou aller tout le petit county qui sous côté yo, tout
Monsieur, excusez-moi.
rouge.
Ça veut dire Trump est le président encore, oui, là.
Bon,
no,
c'est Trump.
If you would have asked me that a month ago,
Trump
I would
et
say
compétition qu'on y a.
if you would have asked me that,
Segment ça.
parce que
Et m'ta aimé connaît Voy. Do you think in 2024 tout Florida après?
this governor we have, let me stay focused in Florida right now. This governor we have has been a great governor. Okay. Remember during the COVID, Governor Ron DeSantis make sure the schools open. We didn't shut down like New York, like this other liberal state was doing. He opened the opportunity for businesses to make sure they were able to operate. So for a lot of small business not to go under. He didn't follow Dr. Forsey science because Dr. Forsey was purely politicized. He was a very politicized figure. So Ron DeSantis was smart enough to understand that. And he delivered for the state of Florida. Another thing that this Hurricane Ian that we had a couple weeks ago, once again, Governor Ron DeSantis delivered in the state. Make sure we had the recovery process was done at a very steady pace, and everything was going right to make sure people get the proper help. Another thing that Ron DeSantis defend is what they call CRT in the state of Florida. Remember, Disney attacked him for that. So for you to have small children and your kids going to school, Ron DeSantis defend that. Say, listen, I'm not going to allow transgender and LGBT education taught in first grade, kindergarten to fifth grade. So he defend that. That the liberal media, the liberal Democrat, also in the state of Florida, is if you're a man or a woman, you gonna be in men's sport. Man's gonna be in men's sport. Women's gonna be in women's sport. So Gouverneur DeSantis défend tout bagay ça. Disney c'est sorti pour l'attaquer. Mais il combat Disney qui plus gros employé en Floride. Tout le monde dit Gouverneur DeSantis son erreur que il a fait. Que la combat Disney. Mais il défend tout bagay ça. So l'on ni lui-même ni Marco Rubio qui était campé devant Valdemir, il dit comme ça que si que pour me perdre on chaise dans le Sénat d'est-ce que pour abortion et même mettre perdre chaise là parce que ça me croit dans l'IA moi même c'est la vie que m'a protégé, c'est la vie, c'est dans ça que moi crois. Et ben Gouverneur DeSantis show strong leadership, strong leadership, and the people of Florida deliver for Ron DeSantis and Marco Rubio. That's why Ron DeSantis beat Charlie Crist by 21 points, and Marco Rubio beat Val Demings, whoop that ass at 12 points. So, so c'est ça fait que Val Demings perdu l'élection, et Marco Rubio bat il y a 12 points, Kevin tapé bien tapé. Ron DeSantis même nan, mais li dit comme ça que seul monde m'a get rid of c'est petit grand monde yo les Charlie Crist là par contre ça s'ils sont démocrates, s'ils sont républicains, chaque monde elle vient dans l'élection, il apparaît son parti. Mais mes amis que voter dans Florida, le délivrer pour Ron DeSantis parce que Ron DeSantis lui-même en Floride depuis le gouverneur, yon nan bagay que moi mais li dit pas fait corona vaccin mandatory pour ti moun. Ça c'est yon. Deuxièmement, li dit comme ça sous son fille ou participer dans sport fille. Sous son garçon ou participer dans sport garçon. C'est pas vinn dire comme ça que ou prend puberty blocker, nous consacrer les puberty blocker. OK, ça son médicament, les petits moun et nous songer que Charlie Crist dit comme ça que lui même petit moun 12 ans, 13 ans, 14 ans, 15 ans. Mes amis, mais Pablo fait font belle petite là. Belle petite par contre c'est dernier. Par contre, il a blagué toujours. Mais, lui fait lui dans bâton vieillesse. Parce que monsieur fait une grand monde.
Ou dans nos causes.
Non, Pablo fait une grand monde, cher. Non, Pablo, on est à rajeuni. Ça, à cause de ça, Pablo a rajeuni. Ça, non, c'est vrai. Parce que tu la qu'il a énergie. Il booste énergie. Il a continué, ben non, moi, je vais chercher faire un doué. Oui. Parce que, moi, énergie, ça va bloquer. Oui. Parce que je n'ai pas d'énergie sur politique seulement. Faut me dire mon bagage qui est de l'énergie. So, why imagine, dans 12 ans encore, si pas pour vivre en Floride, que pour Charlie Crist dit qu'on ça, petit petit ça, il doit avoir un petit garçon demain, comme c'est petit figure le gain, il doit avoir un petit garçon, que Pablo pas qu'à dire rien sur bagage ça. On nous sérieux, mes amis. Ou imaginez que les petits ça va à l'école, petit petit ça, à partir de kindergarten, pour que les beaux teachers, tous les bagages, tout en pile school board elected, tout c'est conservatif que pour Pablo, si tu là l'école, il dit comme ça que besoin changer sexe, moi l'école là pas qu'à notifier parents et Pablo pas qu'à camper ça tout. Mais tout bagaille ça c'est agenda ça que démocrate t'a poussé.
I want you to stay neutral. I want you to. I know you. I know you love your Republican Party.
No, c'est une question de it's sense, man. It's family common sense.
I want you to stay on the facts.
That is the fact. That is the facts. I mean, if I say anything here, I'm not being factual. Please correct me.
Gain, gon l'autre point pour nous mentionner, nous est que Georgia, nous avons un haïtien qui a vu Georgia tout, que nous est Georgia. Aller non runoff election à cause que your boy can deliver, Herschel. Okay?
What do you mean he can't deliver? He had 48.5. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And Raphael Warnock, the incumbent,
49 something.
49 something. So what are you talking? And there was a green independent on the race. So that's what caught Herschel Walker's vote, split that vote.
Listen,
okay, go ahead.
He could say that.
Okay, bring it on.
Can say the same thing too. They could blame the
No,
independent.
but you see, the advantage is supposed to be in the incumbent. Avantage à supposer que sitting sénateur, c'est pas ça qui a bien c'est pas ça qui a sorti pour le député.
Anyway, on dit mon yo.
OK.
Reste ça qui Georgia qui sont en runoff qui peut aller
6 décembre.
Va déterminer qui est-ce qui gagne contrôle
et Sénat. Oui, oui.
Et m'pas connait si résultat sorti déjà pour Nevada.
Si les résultats sorti pour Nevada, il y a bien un sénateur en plus.
Okay. So, what happened in Georgia?
What happened in Georgia?
Florida went red.
Florida went red.
Georgia went blue.
Well, no, Georgia went blue. The Governor Kemp won the race. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Again.
so,
Oh, again. Libat Stacey Abrams,
Again.
who looked like a gorilla.
I will say
no, come on. I want you to
No about
say
fessa, no
that.
about fessa,
Let's
no
go
about
be a
fessa.
professional. Let's go be a professional.
No, listen. Listen.
I know the excitement, but
Let me tell you something. I don't like. I don't like. I don't. Let me put it this way. I don't like to describe people like that, but when you stand up, Stacey Abrams say, "It's better to kill babies to save the economy."
don't say that.
I sent you the quote.
You send me the quote, but
Oh, come on, man. Come on, posted it.
The way you-
No, posted it. No, you put me on the spot now.
No, the way you translate the quote. Come on, I don't.
Mais c'est ça le dit vrai. C'est ça le dit. That's what Stacey Abrams said. Said, if we kill more babies, we're gonna save on the economy.
Let me ask you this.
Wow.
Boy.
Come on,
Let me
man.
ask you this.
And she's a human being.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that's the only issue? Do you think right now in America, both Republican and Democrat, do you think that's the number one issue? We have people who can't eat right now. We have people who can't see a doctor right now. We have people who's losing their job. We got people who can't get transportation. We have a country where everything is going, like when you're talking about road, public transportation, we don't have none of that, really. There's some place, right here in Orlando.
Johnny,
listen, here in Orlando, there's some place, if you stay there, there's no bus transportation, no public bus transportation. Those people have to walk.
Johnny, this administration, Joe Biden did not talk about the economy. Okay? Joe Biden did not talk about the economy. He called Barack Hussein Obama. He didn't talk about the economy. He called Bill Clinton. He didn't talk about the economy. You know what they talk about? They talk about the Democrat play the same game over and over.
Did the Republican talk about the economy?
The Republican was talking about the economy and the inflation and the gas prices every day.
So
You've been with me. You've been in my show.
I know.
Okay.
That's where we're going. We're going to step back. So what do you think? What do you think, or what do the Republicans think is the problem with the economy?
Again, we have an inflation that we've never seen in America before. And we might go on a recession. And we already in a recession. It's already in a recession because the Democrat changed the number. Anytime you have a double-digit GDP under 3.0, which is GDP is only 2.5, whatever it is now, or 2.58, that's a recession.
So, do you think the man was...
They're trying to change the formula.
The man was in office for 2 years is who caused the recession?
Yes, because Joe Biden policy.
So, there was no issue with $1 trillion of tax cut who went to the top 1%. There was no issue about that, who might be one of the reasons why we were where we at right now. No issue. They're not related at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So we take $1 trillion, give it.
Do you really want to bring that on?
Come on.
No, do you really bring that on?
Another show. But
Okay, no. I'm going to bring it up, but let me get back to something you asked me earlier. The Democrat, now they look at all the Democratic strategists. Okay, yes, they were able to stop the red wave, and we still don't know what happened. And I was looking at some results today. 6 more million Republicans went out and voted. Okay?
About time.
And we did not have a red wave. What happened? So we analyzed everything that's going on. The Democrats play every election scaring people. Republicans gonna take their Social Security. Republican gonna take Social Security benefit away. Republican is a racist. Republican is this. Republican is that. Republican is giving the top 1% tax break. Obama went and campaigned for Stacey Abrams, say the same thing. Obama went campaign around for the Democrat Party, same thing. Not even mention about the inflation and the high gas prices and the shortage of housing. Bill Clinton, not even mention that. Majority Democrat running in this last midterm election here, they don't talk about the economy. They only talk about is abortion, transgender. That's it. So they were not, and I'm so surprised the result of this election that they didn't lose even more seat. I don't know what happened. I'm looking at the state Nevada and Arizona. There's a lot of shenanigans going on with the election, so I'm just gonna wait and see. But Johnny, what you have to address is the resource, is the energy of this country, is the prosperity of this country. Everything run on gas.
Okay. And wow.
Okay, everything run on gas.
Let me ask you this, though.
Then they
Go ahead, Pablo.
They recently signed a, let me use the word, addendum or laws or rules, whatever it was, that by 2034 we should have at least approximately about 50% of cars electronic for electric.
How you gonna do that?
Okay, no, it's not. It's not me.
No, I'm asking
They
you.
posed that question. So if
No,
gas,
because they want to play on your emotion.
okay,
And let me go. And I'm glad you bring that up. The electric grid in America is running gas.
some.
Let
not
me
all.
say, yeah, it's running
Charcoal?
fossil fuel and charcoal. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And plus, the electric grid is not strong enough. The technology that Joe Biden, the Green New Deal that Joe Biden trying to bring, we're not ready for it. Now, Tesla in California, people's buying generator to run the Tesla car.
Because I got you. Because there's no.
Yeah, because of the grid, the shortage of the grid.
let me ask you this.
No, don't put your head down, brother.
No. As funny as it is.
Because I'm ready for y'all too. I know. I'm ready for you guys.
Where do we start? Where do we start? This is where the American people are tired. Okay, this is it. The Democrat want to go that way.
We're tired of manipulation.
Listen, the Republicans say, "Well, we're not ready," but they do not want to get ready. They just want to keep it as it is, right? They want to keep it as it is. They are not. It's not like they're saying, "Okay, we're not ready. This is the step we can take to get ready," because at the end of the day, we know we are destroying the environment, and we still need the resources. Hold up, we still need the resources, but to get to that, this is the step we need to take. You guys don't say that. You guys just say, "I want to continue to destroy. I want to continue to destroy the environment and make money, and I do not." But you going the wrong way. You're not ready for it. We not meet it. But the American people is doing suffering. Et moi même avant, il cap souffrir. You pas souffrir même. Either way, you pas souffrir. Okay, but where do we come and say, okay, we got to start somewhere?
Post your number so people can call.
So people can call.
What my number?
Okay, we're gonna post my number.
407-536-9417. Go ahead.
Johnny,
Hold on, I'll post it, Pablo.
I just want to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with me. As a Navy man, were you above sea or under the sea?
Above.
Okay.
Submarine.
You were never on the submarine.
No.
Okay, you didn't lose your mind yet. All right. You didn't lose your mind yet.
Listen.
Go ahead. I love when liberal Democrat, and I know you're a good person. You're good hearted. You got good family.
What's the number, man?
Okay.
407-536-9417.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And you, Pablo, you guys are the most wonderful person. But if you cannot see what's going on in this world right now, the resource, the prosperity in this country is energy, is a domestic product. Joe Biden want to cut your throat, but is begging Saudi Arabia and Venezuela and Iran and Russia for gas.
Oh, you mean?
Yes. So tell me, is that acceptable? You have in Erie, Pennsylvania, and South Dakota, and Texas, and if you want to come to Florida, we don't want to mess with the Everglades and the tourists. We got plenty of gas in Florida. Hold on a second, brother. So tell me, is this kind of policy make sense? When Joe Biden first take over, the first executive in 1 week he signed, he cut the Keystone Pipeline, put 10,000 people out of job. Okay? And this is the pipeline was going to come out of Canada all the way down to Texas. And that would put more money in your pocket. Okay? That will reduce what we're facing today. 4 years, Donald Trump, we didn't buy oil from any other country because we use our own resources. It worked. And it's economic prosperity. Hold on a second. So tell me, does that make sense? You're reducing our resources. We suffer in America. A dozen of eggs right now in Publix cost $6.
Okay,
That's even more higher prices than gas. And the transportation that we have. Now, you talking about destroy the environment. This is why we Republicans stand on that. Let's put every energy resource on the table.
Okay,
if we're going to go for the Green New Deal, let's put it on the table. Let's see how we're going to save the American people and the taxpayers' money. That's one. Not to go beg Saudi Arabia, that's now allied with Russia, okay? Not to go beg Iran. And what Joe Biden did, I hope this Congress and pitch his ass. I hope this Congress, when they take over, because he tells Saudi Arabia, do not produce more oil after the election. That's what your president, I don't know if it's your president.
It's your president too.
That's what our president. Imagine if it was a Republican president do that. So you're going to beg Venezuela, okay? And you're going to beg Saudi Arabia, but you don't want to boost your own production? You're going to let these people are suffering? Come on.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Speaking of suffering, you don't know who are suffering? The Haitian people. You don't know where I'm going with that? The U.S. too busy reserving their resources, with all due respect, right? And then they're taking it somewhere else. Now, let's go back to this 2034 thing with the whole battery situation. You don't know where all that minerals coming from?
Go ahead.
No. Do you know where it's coming from? I mean, think about that. In order to give, let's use the word addendum. By 2034, the U.S. should have between 50 and 75% electric cars. So, which requires that
we're not ready.
Oh, no. I get that part. Now, because this conversation happens.
Because the factory that produced this car, they're gonna use gas.
It's not even about that.
Because the electric grid is not strong enough.
Listen, you have to understand. We already have. Doesn't the U.S. already have a 30-year reserve? A 30-year like oil reserve?
Oh, this man trying to drain it, brother. He just stopped 15. He just stopped 15 million gallons out of the reserve because guess what? He's doing it on purpose.
Yes or no?
Not now. No. The answer is no. Not now because Joe Biden is tapping in the reserve.
Whether he tapping the reserve or not, you don't know where he's gonna get it from. Haiti, and I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna hold it because everything I'm saying to you right now is directly what's happening here directly affect over there.
That's it.
You have to understand that.
Okay.
But okay, now hold up now. Just listen. Okay, back by Florida, so relax. Okay, Tony. The oil you talking about begging Venezuela? That's
what he did. It's not begging.
Is the number is accurate?
Yes, 407-536-9417.
But Pablo, you got to be correct. This is what Joe Biden did. I don't want people to think that I'm saying this. He's begging Venezuela. He's begging Saudi Arabia and Iran. And now he's in a conflict with Saudi Arabia, stating that was after the election so they could produce more.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
But listen, the oil. We're going back to it, right? Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. So that 30-year deal, right? So let's look at it. You say he just took how many gallons? 15,000?
15 million, not 15,000.
Okay.
15
All
million.
right. Let's check this out. Do you want to know where it's going to replace from? You want to guess the country?
Haiti.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now you said that they begging Venezuela for.
I didn't say his administration.
Okay, administration. Okay, you don't know where he's going to get it again? Now, do you know that the true well, you know what they called it, the money well, you don't know where they're going to get it?
Enlighten me.
Now, you know, you already know. In Haiti.
No, I don't know.
Everything here related to Haiti.
But okay.
No, they know. Okay.
Don't leave I'll let you guys finish because we got to get back to the topics.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because he's saying something. Is there a refinery in Haiti? I don't think there's a refinery in Haiti.
What he's telling you is this.
Mhm.
Haiti gagne gaz, Haiti gagne un peu de ressources.
Exactly.
Et gagne, je crois que des rumeurs qui dit qu'il y a des politiciens haïtiens même qui dit ressources Haïti c'est réservé pour les États-Unis.
Voilà.
Qui pas acceptable. Même.
Exactly.
Parce que vous pas gagner pour pays pour dire que réserve
What,
pays
pour l'autre pays, exactly. Okay. You for that you do Haiti has more, okay, oil cache, okay, more than Saudi Arabia, more than Venezuela. You know how? I'm gonna tell you how. Haiti's I'm not gonna say the only country, but one of that sit between two tectonic plates.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means? They're constantly producing oil. Saudi Arabia is not sitting on none. They get it from the bottom of the ocean. Okay? So look at that for a minute. Where Saudi Arabia would run out of oil, we would never run out of oil.
But
So
go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Now, you want to know why this remain off the public? They only focus on one thing, right? Which is the political turmoil. Meanwhile, while everybody's focused on that political situation, they're in the back door, soaking everything else. Now, I'm not going to make it a Haiti versus U.S. thing, but that suffering you're talking about here, they feeling worse of that suffering. So, think about that for a minute. We have enough technology to meet that deadline 10 years from now. Okay? You can. Remember, Tesla's not the only electric company anymore. Okay?
GM's making
Okay, you got Ford, all
cars,
these exactly. All those other countries or car manufacturers are making electronic cars too. Okay? So, the point is, you don't know where the metal that they need to make the batteries and everything else in the chips. You don't know where it's coming from?
Africa.
No.
Part of it's coming from Africa.
No.
Okay.
Take a good guess.
Haiti?
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is why I said everything that's happening now is relatable over there. Okay.
I agree with you 100%, Pablo.
So
100%. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to be here all night. There was other stuff in the ballot this year.
Mm-hmm.
Il y a l'autre bagaille qui était dans le ballot. Il y a une bagaille qui était dans le ballot. On connaît la communauté, nous pas parler de ça, mais son réalité, c'était marijuana. OK? Il y a 3 à 4 États.
Was it the medical marijuana too?
They were full recreational.
Because Florida allowed medical marijuana, so this one to make it that's for recreational. Okay.
And in those states, those let me see if I can get the state for you guys. There was Arkansas, Missouri, North Dakota, South Dakota, and of course Maryland. South Dakota and North Dakota voted no. Arkansas voted no. Missouri voted yes. Maryland voted yes, même quoi que
that's for
légal jusqu'en juillet 2020.
That's for recreational, not medical.
Recreational.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Florida's legal on medical, but not recreational.
Not recreational.
Okay.
So, qui opinion sur legalize marijuana?
Well, let me be honest with you on this point. Is marijuana been stated as a gateway drugs? Is it really? as a person who practice Kabbalistic, okay, I do believe in my herb. Okay, I don't smoke that much, but I do believe in herb. Okay, that's my own personal opinion. Every herb is a blessing. Is a blessing by nature. I truly believe in that, and that stand. That's my libertarian stand, and a lot of conservatives have that viewpoint. But we do have to be careful, though, not to be so simplicity about it to say if it become completely legal, not to have in the hand of children, and that's what we got to be careful of. But if marijuana recreational, I'm up for it. My mother suffered MS and osteoporosis, and I'm sharing this with you.
In the world.
Yeah, in the world. My mother been having this kind of disease since she was 40 years old. I'm afraid. My grandmother died the same way. Okay. Finally, the doctor said the medication that my mother was taking, some of them was very toxic. She's become immune to those medications. So I seek a medical marijuana treatment. If it was not available in Florida, I would not be able to have access to it. So therefore, I'm completely grateful for that. Okay, it's that people to need it. You have a lot of people with back pain, a lot of elderly people, where they have the herbal, the candy that they, and it does relieve some kind of pain. So I see my mother get some relief that those medication could not. So I don't want to be a hypocrite about to say I'm against it. If it reduced the crime and it helped people, yes, let's go for it. But we do have to be careful how we approach medical marijuana and recreational marijuana.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I'm not a smoker to begin with, but I've been around a lot of potheads. Okay? Let me say this. Have you ever heard people get drunk off that? Matter of fact, have you ever heard of people killing people being high?
No.
Have you ever heard accidents being high?
Well,
yes or no?
I don't have the statistics, so I'm not gonna say it because something I don't.
Okay, that's
I
a
don't
no.
have it.
This is the thing I'm saying this. What classified as a drug? That's the question that we need to know. Okay? Because let's look at it. Crack cocaine is a drug. That's chemically. Right? Okay. Cocaine. We'll go back history right quick. Till today, Mexicans, Nicaraguans, and other nationalities taking cocoa leaf to give them strength in the field. When the U.S. started to import cocoa leaf, what were they doing with it? Medication. Cocoa leaf was not illegal. You don't know when cocoa leaf becomes illegal? So how something that you took from another country, bring it to yours, use it for medication, and then all of a sudden, when you got healing power, strength power, all of a sudden now it's classified as a drug. That's the cocoa leaf, aka what we call cocaine. But yet, with all due respect, the drink manufacturers were able to make drinks out of that, and it was okay. That's one. Let's go back to Mary J. Okay? Pure substance, pure Mother Nature, naturally grown, which has healing effect. Right? All of a sudden it's a drug. So what classified it as a drug? That's the question that we need to define. What classified as a drug? Cigarette, or aka cigarette, chemically induced and bound, and compound, and put together, whatever, all the ends, is not classified as a drug. But it's okay to smoke, even though it has dangerous product in it. not classified as a drug. Okay. Alcohol, not classified as a drug. But yet, can kill. Can make people go haywire. Not classified as a drug. So how come everything is chemically produced is not classified, but everything that's Mother Nature produced is classified?
Pablo,
You
said, and I was listening to it very, very carefully. Everything that Mother Nature produced classified as a drug, and things that Mother Nature does not produce don't classify as a drug. Is that correct? Okay. Let me explain something to you. Coke is a plant, but the ingredient that they put on it, some of the toxic ingredient that they mix,
that's
toxicology
to make it
crack.
Correct.
Okay, so that becomes dangerous to society.
What I just said, anything that's chemically produced.
So
what I just said.
No. Because, and I want our audience, people to understand exactly where you're going with this. Because if that's the case, we have fentanyl that's coming out of China.
Okay, that's chemically produced.
That's destroying people.
If
you ever seen people taking ecstasy, heroin, cocaine, okay, where you have some of this stimulus, if you ever take a drug class, understand some of this toxin, what each drugs, I used to be a CEO, what each drugs does to your body, how it affected your body, my man. So when you're talking about from a plant perspective, and when they process it, it's no longer a plant. So don't get those two mixed up.
When you say process, what do you mean?
I don't want you guys.
Okay, no, I just want to touch. I'm not losing track, but I just wanted to cover that base. Because when these people process it, it become a toxic drugs.
Which one?
How? If you take cocaine, no, not marijuana. I'm talking about cocaine. Marijuana still has a bit, but no. Hold on a second. Yes, marijuana could be toxic because guess what? Once they grow it as a herb and they put some other stuff on it, like you had the purple haze and all that kind of good stuff, a mushroom, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, that stuff make you go.
Is it chemical? No.
Listen, this is the thing. Hey, and this is the part.
This is the better
part.
way to understand that.
This is the part. Like, I have a problem with politicians. Par exemple, dans state Floride, il y a un pile moun, majorité noire, qui yo mette dans prison à cause de marijuana.
Exactly.
Kounya state Floride, medically legalized marijuana. Même moun sa qui te mette moun yo dans prison pour marijuana, même yo même kounya a vendre marijuana pour raison médicale.
Exactly.
Pendant ce temps, moun qui était dans prison, les sont dans prison, ils pas qu'à voter parce que le public va le voter parce qu'on
no, it's not. Don't put that on Republican. That's the system. That is the system.
Ils pas le voter parce qu'ils vont faire l'oni ou ba quelconque. Et toujours gen là-dedans qui dans prison toujours.
Exactly.
Pendant ce temps, même groupe moun qui mette yo dans prison, même groupe moun yo a vendre li medically.
Exactly.
That's not fair.
Okay, Johnny, since you say this in Creole, but let me state it in English, okay? So people could understand what we're talking about. Johnny, I understand exactly what you're saying. We have to be engaged again in the legislative body and the legislative agenda. Yes, if you had a marijuana charge, now in the state of Florida, medical marijuana is legal and you have some charge. What we need to do, instead of advocate for some other nonsense and who we put in office, those kind of things that we should advocate for more. Let these people out of jail or out of prison, because since medical marijuana now become a legal substance in the state of Florida.
And they should vacate.
Okay, these are the this got a meaningful thing that we could agree on and talk about. Go ahead, let's move
and this is why it's important to do this. Those are the stuff that the people need to understand.
Okay.
Not the stuff who's dividing us, but the stuff that real issue that we need
Absolutely.
to
Exactly. Now, you do you remember when I don't want to bring her into this, but when one of the representatives was here, we had asked a question. We said, how come that no one is really pushing for this agenda? When you get wrongfully accused or wrongfully arrested, why can your name just be erased from the system? Why does they have to keep your name in the system? You sure what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it makes no sense. So if I'm sitting out the way you accuse me for something, for a charge that I didn't do, when I get to court, if I found not guilty, I should not be. My name should not be in the system. anymore.
The way they put it, I think you can what you call it? You can sponge.
But you only got one time. That's only one time.
Yeah.
That's unfair. One time. So what if that one time was wrongfully accused? So what?
That's a question for somebody running for office.
Okay. And guess what? I did ask her that question.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay. She responds, we have to talk to our local representatives. Now, who are the local representatives?
Your mayor, your commissioners.
Yeah, and you think they're going to listen?
Well,
you voting them.
listen. And this is a very serious issue because I got a family member that's been victimized by this, and I will always advocate for that. And Pablo, I understand exactly what you're saying. If you had committed a crime and you serve your time, whatever the amount of time, some up to community services, some crime you serve community services and you've done your probation. Why it should stay on the system forever when people doing background check
And it pops
and
up.
that could pop up, affect your job, affect housing. Give me a break. Somebody could be doing a custodial job and certainly had a
Charge
for
and
the past
case.
10 years, and they're gonna judge you based on that. It doesn't make no sense. It's not related to that job. And I understand if you were a bank robber and you go apply for a bank, yeah, they should do a background check to see if or if you do a high color crime. Yes, I understand that. And this is where minority are suffering from that because they being not just job, also professional licenses as a barber and as a real estate license, and you know which community that suffer from that the most? The black community, but they're not advocating for that.
Who's exactly?
Those are the questions that you guys have to ask. Those who select themselves to be candidate and come in front of you. And those are the questions. Not when I say you guys, not me.
No, I got you.
The community have to say, "Hey, this is what I want to."
I always brought this up, and I don't know why that is not so much engagement. And if the media, if the Democrat Party want to really help minority, that's something they should focus on because it should not be. You should not have a stamp for the rest of your life because you had committed a crime and you cannot get a professional license. You cannot stay a certain place for housing, and you cannot get a job. You cannot get a job on your record, and that should be the focus of this country. We got to move forward on that. And sometimes it really pissing me off because we take the nonsense, we do capital politics on it, but we're not focused on the real thing and the real issues.
Exactly. Now, next subject, guys, and this subject right here, you guys gonna be like, what the hell?
Please post it.
I am gonna post it. So, en 2022, gen state ki poko aboli esclavage.
Exactly.
Ane sa, en 2022, ma fè eksprime di lan kreol basi,
Oui.
a isi yon kompon bien. En 2022, gen Eta ki poko aboli esclavage.
Okay, and
So,
bring it up there. You got it up. Okay.
yeah, they can see it clearly. I blow it up already. Now, Eta sa c'est Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont.
You know what's crazy? Let me say something. I'm going to go back to history with Louisiana.
Yeah.
To me, it makes no sense. Okay. So, Louisiana, a.k.a. the motherland, we could call it Haiti. Okay? So, the French Revolution, or not the French, but the Louisiana Purchase, okay?
That's possible because of us.
Not only that, what was in exchange from the French? The French says, I will give you a statue of liberty, if you let the slaves go. So, okay, so the slave, so-called, whatever, then French give them the Statue of Liberty. So, why is this still not abolishing?
But I was surprised when I see in the ballot in some of those states they have amendment about slavery. So that's not the surprising part. The surprising part is look at the vote. Let's go to Alabama. Why here in Alabama, You trying to tell me they have 272,000 people say no?
You know what they say when Kemp first on his first term when he went against what's her name? Stacey Abrams. What was one of the things that Stacey said? We're trying to get this slavery mentality, right, out. What Kemp did, well, I'm not going to say that he did, but what was said is that they sent people to go close some polling stations. Now, you mean to tell me he was running for governor? So you mean there's not no next person up? Okay, who's above the governor? The president?
Yeah.
Or the House of Senate?
Now that's not Georgia. It's Alabama.
Oh, no. I hear you.
Yeah.
Right? So my thing is that you mean to tell me that they still have the governor of that state is allowing that. Who's above the governor?
Nobody.
Well, nobody's above.
But remember, this is under Constitution.
Yeah.
So they have to.
Okay, so how many constitution is there?
No, you have the federal. We got the United States Constitution, but every state have a state constitution. Every state have a state constitution. Okay? So oui, les États-Unis ont une constitution pour les États-Unis, mais chaque État a une constitution par eux tout qui est en bas constitution des États-Unis. Okay? So on regarde Tennessee. Tennessee. Presque 350 000 monde.
They voted yes.
350 000 monde.
Says no.
No, you can't be
enslavement.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is the interesting part.
Not if they can be to keep it as a slave.
Right
so
now,
1.2 million people voted yes.
Yeah. No. 1.2 people voted to remove slavery.
Thank you. 1.2 million
yes.
voted out.
Yes.
Then that's all that matters. I don't care about that.
But I'm surprised to even have people.
A quarter. Yeah.
Now, this is the thing. This is where I'm coming back to you, Voy. You see something? Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, Vermont. Is that? Well, maybe not Vermont.
Let me see it. Let me see the result of Vermont.
Which one?
Vermont.
You want to see Vermont?
Yeah. Vermont passed at 84,000.
Now, all the states voted yes to remove the language in that constitution bill. Okay, all the states did. However, Voy, this is where I'm going to clown you right here. Other than Vermont, West states are up. Tout c'est red. Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee. On a tout côté qui était red déjà. Vous changez team map pour te remettre un peu là, côté les
Absolutely, go ahead.
Bagage non là. Bagage I lost it. But anyway, that's okay.
Let's go to that screen again.
You want that screen again?
Yeah. The amendment and the Constitution.
I think I lost the screen. I'll bring it back.
Okay,
bring it back.
Let me pet on that a little bit so people could understand what we talk about.
There it is.
Recently, Joe Biden proposed three things in executive order so he could buy vote. The first one was the student loan. Okay. The second, it was to take the federal level marijuana charges against people. And third, is the $36 billion to help with energy coming in this winter. Now, Johnny, you just say something that extremely important, and I'll translate it later on. We're living in 2022. When the federal government abolishes slaves, that's the federal government. When you're trying to explain to see each of the states have their own constitution, have their own law. Joe Biden, and that's why I'm going back so I could explain it. Joe Biden take marijuana charges on the federal level, but the state still have their own law. He cannot tell the state to remove those charges. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm explaining it to you like that, so people could understand, when slavery was abolished, it was not abolished for all the 50 states. And that's why you see these amendments. So they abolishing, yes, at the federal level, but the language still on the state constitution. Ok, ba mwen toune pou m'explike sa m'a di ya. Président Joe Biden te pase 3 bagay la, mes amis. Pou ki sa ke batman yon bagay sa yo? Li te pase student loan debt la. As an executive order. Lè ke yon président passe son bagay executive order, sa ke li pa gen autorité congrès, que si ça fait que qu'on y a court yo, tribunal yo ap challenge li. Deuxième bagay que li passe, li di kon sa ke moun ki gen charge marijuana dans fédéral level a, e men y ap retire charge sa yo. Pour ki sa l fel? Parce que li konen en pile minorité soufri de bagay sa yo, mais c'est avec sous gouvernement fédéral là à the federal level. So state level yo, sous te gen charge marijuana state level, ça pas piti lou an. So comme si son jouet que yo joué. Troisième bagay li te passe dans midterm election ça tout, et du que li pral bay on debt relief to $36 billion pral mette pour de quoi que pour winter season à cause de shortage gaz là. Mais Pablo, wap combat on bagay et on pose des questions ça à plusieurs candidats qui étaient là dans le studio. Pour que ça bagay ça qui meaningful in the black community, dans la communauté nous-mêmes noirs. Pour que ça c'est pas bagay ça législateur a combattre démocrate pour défendre que le président ça la défendre. Si c'est bagay ça me dit Joe Biden de défendre, on t'a dit bravo.
Ah, ouais, ou ba pour là.
On t'a dit bravo. Parce que bagay ça yo affecté à daily life. Bon, me prend 100 pour m'expliquer ça amendement ça veut dire. Là que on state mettons certain amendement ça veut dire la retirer langage la loi dans constitution. OK? So si que Louisiana, Tennessee, Vermont voulaient adopter slave, oui, ou te gen adopter slave, mais à cause du amendement ça on y a pas adopter slave, esclavage. OK? So why imaginer que dans constitution aux États-Unis, journée jodi en a vivre là, OK? Yo pas jamais faut li retirer esclavage là. So that's why those amendments is still on the state constitution. Qui still la constitution. Mais si que journée jodi a moi des législateurs démocrates républicains à combattre pour dire si on moun tal en prison pendant 5 ans, retirer charge là, pas tout travail McDonald's, tout travail que moun a faire pour na faire background check à cause de moun whatever charges on moun qui va travailler dans McDonald's as a cook. Why should a background check be done for them to be denied a job? And we know what community that hurt the most. That's the minority community.
Correct.
Okay?
Yep.
Pour qui ça que si moun nan gon marijuana charge, yo font background check sous lui. Et puis qu'on y a là, s'il de kon travail, yo ka voye la ale, ou bien moun sa li become suspicious, they always doing what they call a drug test on that person that could affect their life.
Yo vle pou vin slaves et city.
Okay.
That's exactly what that is. Yeah.
So those are meaningful things that need to be addressed.
You say, ou ba yo pou la. So, messieurs dames qui a vin candidat en 2024 yo, mais qui ça qui a affecté la communauté, mais qui ça moun yo vle tande, mais qui ça yo vle konnen qui so pral faire pour yo. OK? Il y a des sujets, il y a des bagages qui pas vraiment affecté la communauté noire, nous pas regarder. Mais l'on a parlé de job, l'on a parlé de charges, l'on a parlé des gens de bagages ça on a parlé là, l'important.
I'll tell you what, Johnny, if I ever run for office, those are the 3 platforms I will run. Because I know how it affects society. We should not have, you see what happened in George Floyd, all this, and it was this political expedient. But meaningful thing, criminal justice in America, we have to understand that the founding fathers when they were setting up the Constitution, everything has to be amended for minority. This is the fact. The 14th Amendment abolish slave. The 15th Amendment give you the right to citizenship. And then you take the 1965 Civil Rights Movement, which is give you because Martin Luther can fight for a whole lot of things, but the party that filibustered it was the Democratic Party. Then you take the 1968 Fair Housing Act. If you're a realtor, that's allow you to live in the same neighborhood with a black, white, and black. So until this day, let's focus. And my message. Give me 1 second. My message to black politicians: let's not convene the party politics. Either you on the Democrat or you on the Republican side. What Pablo brought in and what Johnny brought in, please. Next election is right on the corner, 2024. Try to run an independent election, not what your strategy is telling you to say on the campaign trail. Let's bring some meaningful changes into this country. And as an immigrant in this country, I cherish this country, my kids, my family, my friend, my colleague. We all an immigrant in this country. Yes, somebody served time for whatever crime it is. That should not haunt them for the rest of their life.
Okay, so what you're saying is one thing. I have two questions. Just one. Why, if I'm not mistaken, why would the word citizenship would even apply to Black America? That's number one. Not people from out of America. If I was born here in this country, which make me what? An American. So why come that when a felony is committed, then I have the right to restore my citizenship? What that mean?
After a crime, you say?
I don't know what that means.
Because you lose your rights.
You lose your rights.
So you lose your rights. Oh no, lose your rights means that you lose your citizenship. Citizenship means that you're not American anymore.
No, I don't think in that aspect.
Then what aspect is that?
Because they don't deport you.
So what's classified as citizenship then?
You know, they don't deport you. So
well, it's fall on more what's the word for it? More aptitude, because you commit a certain crime, so therefore you lose a certain privilege to get back in society until you serve your time. I mean, I'm not an attorney, so
I'm not. Hopefully, we can get an attorney one day. But I mean, my opinion if somebody did a crime and they went to court to find guilty, and society say this is X number of years you're going to serve, and they go and serve X number of years, they pay for the crime. We can't be a country saying God forgive, and then the person pay for the crime and we still punish them. Okay, so I do believe if they pay for the crime, they serve the time. When they come out, basically they come out with a blank slate, right? This is your chance to get better until something else happens.
And I don't think your background should, even if you have a forgiveness background or whatever level, I don't think it should be entitled to your employee or your employer that's is trying to hire you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if I, like you said, I did the crime and I paid the time and I'm good, that should be sealed off.
That should be
you know what I'm saying? So because as long as you leave it on, then now they're struggling to find a job.
Yeah.
And the only job that would be available would be the job that you, the government, classified as a job, which literally have no incentives. And then if you come late, they can revoke you or fire you and say, we no longer need you. Now you're right back to square one. So I always say this. When they said America will is not running, it's because of corporate America cause it's not running. Because of the government cause it's not running. Let's look at it. Every job could run perfect. There's a lot of good people that could literally work in America. So when you have your economy rolling, people are working, that's making your economy better. Keeping the money rolling in. But when you start putting tabs, when you start putting labels on I'm not qualified to do this or I'm overqualified, excuse me, what does it mean that I'm overqualified? Don't judge me. You see what I'm saying? If I quote unquote, I'm not doing this per class, but I'm saying this per example. Okay? So you mean to tell me because I went to college and I have a certain degree on certain things, it's not working for me, and not just to go to Walmart to work just because I want to, You're gonna overjudge me because I have a PhD? You can't judge me. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that I'm overqualified. It's not up to you. That's up to me to know if I'm overqualified or not. Not up to you. You want someone to keep stocking your shelf. That does not require a PhD. And even if I did one, it's better for you. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that you telling me I'm overqualified? Then I'm underqualified. So excuse me, what the hell do you stand? What are you telling me? If you're not going to hire me, you said, you know what, I'm not going to hire you.
A simple answer. Overqualifying is I'm going to be behind my bill. So.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
overqualified. I need a job. I went for an interview one time. The guy said I'm overqualified. I said, my man, yeah, overqualifying. I'm not going to be able to pay my car note. I'm not going to be able to pay for my housing. So overqualified, I need a job so I could pay my bill.
These people, they should not. Corporate America should not have a copy of your record. And I don't see the point of corporate America running a full credit, including credit score now.
Yeah, some jobs do.
You know, but what again? How is that any of your business? With all due respect, how?
Well, if you're dealing with their money, I guess.
Well, yeah, if you open up for a bank, but
brother,
because you have to. There was something we cannot forget. Those are private industry.
Because they make it private, and that's the problem.
So, which means they set their own policy,
and they can get. And this is why America's not moving.
Well, but I'm saying if there was some kind of standard in law to say, hey, listen, you cannot just run.
Yeah, the law have to do that.
Yeah,
the law can say, hey, you can run it if you want, but if you see that he did the crime, went to jail, and paid his time, you cannot remove it. You cannot, judge him based on that. That's illegal. But now you lift this to human instinct. Somebody not gonna do it. So the best way to do it is just, okay, you done.
And you're done with that.
And get it
right now, all this company that's closed is not because of competition. It's because there are rules, right? And I'm gonna say it again. So I'm a farmer. I go in the field to either grow or to produce out. So now fast forward, take all the migrants away from that field. What do you have?
No workers.
Which make that job what?
Gone.
Not only gone, but stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we are the will of the company, why send up your rules? So for example, all of a sudden now we all quit. Okay, now you want us back. But with a stipulation. So now, if I've had the stipulation, you go, listen, America, if we go back 20 to 25, even 30 years ago, jobs were moving in America. It doesn't matter about the president. Jobs were moving in America. I could get up to go to work. I could go to Kmart and go to work. I could go to Walmart and go to work. Winn-Dixie and go to work. Food Line and go to work. But when you're setting up these rules and regulation, you mean to tell me I can't do certain things? That stopped me. The next person. So now you got 10 million people out of job. Why? Because of stipulations you're telling me that I can't do, or I'm not qualified because I got arrested.
Right, yeah.
Woo. And those are why we need to do this kind of thing for our community. And we have to wrap it up, guys, because it's only 10, 11.
I know.
So now, what is the lesson in here for our community? What do we need to do to educate our community before 2024?
Well, 2024 is right on the corner.
You mean 2020? Oh, God. I'm thinking 2023. I don't know why, but okay.
2024 is right in the corner now. Which clearly the Republicans going to have the control of the lower chamber, which is the House of Representatives. The Senate is kind of still in the limbo, so I can't be very clear on that. But based on the numbers, the Republicans have a better advantage to take over the Senate. Now, when you have a divided government, the country tends to run a little bit better. So not one party is going to run it all. We in the Haitian community, and I know there's going to be some Haitian that's running again for Congress, running at the state level, and running at a local level, is for us to be more engaged. In this election, I don't know if Johnny got the numbers. Spanish went overwhelmingly for Republican. OK? Élection ça. Mes amis, tendez bien. Parce que je dis à me font chita m'appeler. Spanish votaient plus pour républicains. Et qui ça, il t'a critiqué Ron DeSantis fait? Même gens, il dit avant ça, Ron DeSantis a pris un Venezuelien, l'a voué dans New York, Martha's Vineyard, il t'a mis ton political statement.
Washington State, yeah.
Mais political statement ça, il fait, Johnny Pablo, Spanish est content, parce que ça va eu exposure. Où est qui immigrant de fait, Venezuelien. Ah! Ou stratégie vénézuélien. Et qui ça américain combattre pour vénézuélien pour Maduro aller? Est-ce que jamais un grand Spanish group yo who say we against what when they say Democrat was complaining because they're trying to say, oh yeah, that's inhumane. But the Spanish love it because that's given more exposure to say, well, Venezuelan government is not great and I like what this guy is doing. They welcome them with an open arms. Pour qui ça que nous-mêmes immigrants haïtiens pas qu'à faire même bagarre là tout. Les Kembe nous expose problème nous pour exploiter dominance ça qu'a fait aux États-Unis, c'est ça Spanish l'affaire.
Okay, but là
Quand on entend des démocrates disent bagaille nationally, oh, c'est plus cubain qu'à voter pour Ron DeSantis. Puerto Rican dit, oh no, we Puerto Rican, we voted highly
but this
for Ron DeSantis. Parce que, au compte ça qui vient passer, il a cherché diviser groupe ça, diviser groupe ça, il dit comme ça que yo même, yo pas fin à bord avec bagay abortion, et qui population, qui popule, qui peuple plus, ah, mes amis, c'est Spanish là encore.
Okay.
Johnny, est-ce qu'on va côté là? Est-ce qu'on se m'a là? C'est pour qui ça que nous-mêmes, immigrants haïtiens, que je dis à mes trois haïtiens qui disent, oh, bagay yo bon là, oui, et Joe Biden renouvelle le TPS là encore. Il va renouveler, il y a toujours en extension pour jusqu'à 2024. Mais mes amis, c'est ça que mon a calculé seulement.
Ouais,
ah non!
Là, il est important, et pas c'est Joe Biden qui fait ça. Chaque président passe.
Oui, passe, il fait extending.
Mais qui est nous gagne qui a lobby pour nous dire nous fatiguer à extension ça? Nous pas gagner. So that's why I'm asking you guys, okay, qui leçon pour nous prendre dans ça passé là?
I'm going to run for office next year.
There we go. Qui leçon pour nous prendre dans ça passé là en 2022? Le 2024 arrivé pour nous pas continuer à faire même erreur. T'aimes tout? Depuis venir ici, oui, on a fait même erreur.
Non, parce que
depuis venir ici, on a fait même erreur. So, nous pas apprendre des leçons yo même. Regardez, même candidat haïtien que nous gagnons, qui était allé dans l'élection, il n'y a pas même expliquer qui problème que la communauté haïtienne a gagné, qui ça va faire pour résoudre le problème ça.
Hey, Johnny, mark my word for this. Your witness, okay? Au point de 2024 là, démocrates, les sociétés dépensent à faire de $15 million on the media Spanish to reach out. L'argent ça va double 2024.
Of course.
Il y a une nouvelle vote aujourd'hui. Mark Kelly got it.
Oh, Nevada?
Arizona.
I'm sorry, Arizona? Okay, so neck and neck, right?
Neck and neck.
No, he won.
Yeah, no. For the seats, for the numbers. Because now everything is in Georgia's hand.
So, what part
where in Georgia?
What part where West Sacrive Miami là?
Again, last year was the same thing.
West Sacrive Miami là? Que Dade County went Republican? Qu'on y a que côté facteur haïtien va le follow là. Est-ce que haïtien a fait un impact oui?
Oui.
Est-ce que nous avons for ça? C'est là yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to go outside the means.
No, go ahead.
Let's look at it for him. I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be biased nor racist about it, but I think it's facts. Si nous dans pays pas qu'à faire effet, qui nous haïtiens qui vivent dans notre pays pour nous faire effet. Numéro 1. Pour la plus pouvoir passer nous. Majorité pour yo compter.
Comment fait ça?
Mais c'est vérité.
Il y a un pile pays, il sorti un pile pays.
Comme ça dit là.
Why don't you say they more engaged?
Okay.
They are engaged.
But still.
Mais l'on calcule number.
I'm gonna give you an example. Pas de problem. Immigration is quick to kidnap. Well, not kidnap, excuse me.
Moi, ça m'a posté en bas, après.
Parlez ça dit.
Il dit, candidat nous yo, c'est slogan yo gagne.
Merde, zami.
You got a lot of people in your life?
He said right there, I put it in the screen. He said, candidat nous yo, c'est slogan yo gagne.
D'accord.
Merci, Joe.
Merci, Joe.
D'accord. But en réalité, for where? Where?
Yeah.
So, now got immigration. Majorité immigration française, they are Spanish. Haïtien entré, ou pas besoin de Haïtien parler. Et ça parle que là, les livres devant se béquer pour le béquer. Et bonjour. No. Why not put someone that speak my language? So you can mettre on monde qui speak Spanish there because they can afford to. It's easy. You have the whole South Latin America coming through.
Something that you say because the Spanish are more large.
You keep saying engaged.
Group.
Yes.
Okay. Now.
Let me. D'accord, Joe.
Let me explain something to you. Look at the other immigrant in this country, how they will affect and penetrate the political system. Okay? Let's take the Cuban, even though they fall under the Spanish, where they dominate in the state of Florida, the political system. Okay? Let's take Ukrainian. Even though before this war, there's a lot of Ukrainian in this country, how they dominate political system. Qu'on y a au capable de dire comment moun sa yo, est-ce que c'est yo blanc? Okay? Yo organisé. So, et gardez les Joe Biden ouvert porte amnistie avec Ukrainiens yo, il pas ouvert porte avec amnistie avec pour haïtiens. OK? Gardez encore et colonel là te mentionné dans de fait Joe Biden ouvert porte by Afghanistan yo, as a former colonel, he seen it. Oui, que nombre de moun sa yo pas vraiment vrai under the US helping out. OK, pas tellement aider aider militaire là l'autre bois. So, yeah. So, regardez où est que et Joe Biden ouvert porte ba moun sa yo. Et puis il déporté 25 000 Haïtiens.
From Valais genwe de moun sa yo goumen.
Oui que nous gain passé sous administration nan, mais overall traitement yo pas même. Yon nan bagay que Don Miller say journée jodi a dans émission ni, li dit pas jamais tande Valdemings vraiment appuyer haïtien yo sous bagay border et dans communauté a.
Question vous.
Marco Rubio toujours speak pour haïtien yo. C'est pas dessus Marco Rubio Miami. Est-ce que c'est ça fait gars haïtien dans élection ça qui what they call stay home qui pas d'aller voter ou bien qui vote républicain? OK? So ça son black américain qui ouais ça situation c'est pas est-ce que moun des al voter pour Valdeming, est-ce que Valdeming te goumé pour intérieur? Pas oublier les bagailles Texas là. On depuis Texas do comme ça que I'm going to do a bill so Joe Biden could give these people due process. Mais je dis à démocrate perdu congrès bill ça va introduit. Pas quitter moun manipuler non. Même c'est bagaille ça, mais if it was a Cuban issue, if it was an Asian issue, pas oublier t'es un seul crime qui fait doing t'es plusieurs crimes.
On va parler de crime bill for the Asian community.
For the Asian community.
Yeah.
Quickly, 98% in the Senate passed that bill, but they still haven't passed a crime bill against police brutality in America. They're talking about it injustice in America. This is what I hate the hypocrisy for.
Pablo.
Non. Si mauvais bouchement, il y a pour them.
Well,
Come on, Kudola. This is a show where we speak our mind. We don't hold nothing back.
ou pas de sponsor, papa.
Parce
Listen,
que,
but you know,
sorry, so dire là, c'est moi qui trop là-dedans. Et ne plus de m'bavler, how do you call it, dig deep into it.
yeah.
One man. You have to understand the woes and the wows, and you know, in this government. You say that back a lot of the country market, things that make you go, right? Like you said, police pas mener l'argent. Police là pour you corrupt things. Excusez-moi, but it's true, right? The Asian community bring how much money to America? A lot. From product, God knows to whatever. And they have a long relationship since the war, right? Okay. Black folks, what relationship do they have? Besides exterminating us. It's not good.
Because you don't have the power of the economy.
Yo, it's not about the power. Let's go back again. See, when you every time I keep hearing you or somebody else says stuff like that, it just kind of pisses me off. Let's go.
Why does it piss you off?
Just listen. What happened to Malcolm X?
Assassinated.
He got assassinated.
MLK?
He got assassinated.
Okay. Should I need to go back? What's the other guy in Chicago? Same thing. He
Right.
We got
right? Okay. So why Jackson quit? Why he had to go open Rainbow Push Coalition the way he used to be active when MLK was alive?
Well,
this is where I see the issue is. The Asian community, you prends qui gens pour organiser et ils ont un pouvoir économique
Exactly.
qui est en pile. Et ça fait un pouvoir économique. Hein? Asian community pas, you pas dépend de un monde pour venir par un job. Là, you viennent là, you chita ensemble, you figure it out. You aide l'un à l'autre, you éduque l'un à l'autre. Qui gens pour you faire business, qui gens pour you faire des travail. Un bon exemple. Par exemple, ça déjà ensemble avec. Je travaille avec un Chinese. Il invite pour aller chercher un bail dans même. Je chercher les privé, je un paquet de Chinese dedans. C'est dit, oh, bah on peut tout Chinese en côté. Oh. Il a demandé c'est ça gain. Il dit oh, c'est comment il va l'ouvrir assurance santé. So ils font réunion là pour éduquer la communauté importance de l'assurance santé, qui gens pour choisir une bonne assurance santé, mais dans même tout, ils vendent assurance là tout, mais ils va vendre pour compétition, ils cherchent plus bon deal que vous avez joué pour offrir communauté.
Exactement.
Attendez bien, mais différence là, et pas pour faire comme seulement sur communauté là, pour voir qui bon deal yo ka joindre pour communauté.
C'est ce qu'on appelle relation.
Exactement. En même temps, yo a éduquer communauté.
Exactly.
Qui l'aime faire ça? Il dit oh, là au fin là, après ça il va faire ça sous taxe. Il va montrer mon yo qui gens yo ka prendre avantage des taxes code yo. OK? Et qui gens tout pour yo prendre avantage, pas pour bailler mentir non, pour mettre mon yo dans problème. Mais qui gens pour yo apprendre. Ça veut dire bon éducation qui a fait. Non communauté peut pas nous et yo va le fâcher avec l'aime dit ça Pablo.
You met.
L'aime vinn boy ici. Dans année 95 96 yo je ne paquet haïtien boy ici qui a fait business bagay immigration c'est couper commune
Longtemps.
maman famille so ça veut dire son paquet nèg qui sorti en Haïti qui relève tête intellectuel qui vient là qui comprendre système non qui parle langue non
Comprends yo.
comprendre yo comprendre système non yo parler langue non et puis yo utiliser ça pour yo prendre avantage des communautés par yo seulement.
Let me tell you something. Et encore manque d'éducation. Moi je sur dans deux façons. Chinese a fait par là, même mon langage qu'elle pas parler.
Non,
Il pas besoin qu'on comment entrer.
non.
Boss là on peut partout en un restaurant.
La
OK.
preuve,
Même ça travail, right?
et la paye bien.
Attends, oui, famille vini, famille a travail.
Yeah.
So guess what? Famille ça qui là avant qu'on y a là, mettre partout avec patron ça et de l'ouvrir restaurant par. Guess what? Dans le qu'il ouvert restaurant par,
Li investi la.
Li hire exact l'autre nouveau monde qui vient yo, puis vient travailler avec. Ça veut dire faire une chaîne de ce qu'on appelle chaîne. Nous ici nous pas ça la canne.
Ouais, nous faut que nous suspendre nous pas gen ça la caille. Nous croit que li temps
Pour nous apprendre.
Pour nous apprendre ni.
OK.
Parce que tout le temps n'a dit pas gen ça la caille, c'est souffrir.
Parce que nous agissons trop en émotion. Nous pas qu'à nos pays, nous plus ou moins quitter l'immigration dominer la vie. Que l'autre nation yo pas comme ça, l'autre immigrant pas comme ça. Venezuela elle entre dans le pays, elle connaît fort légal dans le pays, mais qui ça le faut le que Venezuela vienne plus bien. Cuba toujours gourmet pour Cuba vienne plus bien. OK.
Il y a pas de nouvelle diaspora.
Quel que soit l'autre pays, il toujours faut pays vienne plus bien. Que nous-mêmes haïtiens, nous faut tête nous pour nous pas ouais Haïti encore. So tout bagay ça play how we conduct ourselves in this country. C'est ça fait que moi-même mon politicien, you stand on your own. Et on doit critiquer Trump parce que nous pas rentrer dans ça là, on doit critiquer le jonglé, ça dit la faire, and that's what got him on a hot trouble today.
Talking about that, this is the last segment. This is the last segment.
C'est ça qui vient dans le point ça que Trump aujourd'hui a subi. You gotta were you able to put that his tweet about Ron DeSantis?
Oh, I don't have the tweet on, but if you
don't have it, I sent it to you.
Yeah, I would have to drop it over here. Go ahead.
Okay.
But listen, we got to do the segment on this so we can close. Trump, DeSantis, 2024. Are they gonna run together? Or are they gonna run against each other?
Now, who?
Huh?
DeSantis and who?
Trump.
And Donald Trump.
You already said it earlier. He's not gonna be the second guy.
No, there's no way. DeSantis is no longer in the second guy anymore.
He
can't run as vice president.
There's no more I can follow Daddy around.
Let's talk about this for a minute or so, okay? And for the people that's watching who has not been keeping up what's going on. I was a big Trump supporter, and so many people in this country. Yes, I'm still a big Trump supporter.
Okay. No, I mean I have to make sure
Just
you're saying the
wanna
right
make
thing.
Still, and whatever you said about my president, because he had this country with energy independence. We didn't have an inflation. We had gas. Gas was $1 something, and food cost was not as high. And housing was not as high. So
here we go, history, buddy.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. So therefore, he was good for the economy. But today, I'm listening to some prominent Republican, a very high-level Republican, who's very unhappy. And this tweet came out. Was it was today? It was yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. He's picking up a fight. Ron DeSantis had a great victory for the Republican Party, and Florida become a token, an example how Republicans should run a state, and how Republican Party should organize themselves, and how Republican could win election based on the issues. Because Ron DeSantis, as a leader, as a former Navy sailor like me, like Johnny here, so he has the leadership, he has the capacity. So he shows he beat Charlie Crist to death with 20 points. That's political capital. That's political capital, my man. So you do not attack a man like this. What Donald Trump, if you're listening to this podcast, or any of your supporters, or
I can't believe you're about to say he was
no, Donald, I love you, man. I love you, Trump. I love you, man. But I'm listening to your former press secretary. I'm listening to the lieutenant governor out of Virginia who put the Women Coalition, told you to hold on. I know you're about to make an announcement that you're running for president for 2024.
You don't know. He don't.
It seemed like that's the angle. Mm-hmm. And I listened to Bill O'Reilly, who's an independent who highly supported Trump.
Oh my God.
And I listened to Glenn Beck.
Oh my God. Let me guess, you're a Fox guy, huh?
Glenn Beck is not in Fox. He got the Blaze. And we have to be careful. You sent 176 candidates, local, state, and at a congressional level. We lost 9. And I know Dr. Oz was in your mind.
So Oz gone.
The Oz lost the election.
Real bad.
And Mastro, the governor of the candidate for Pennsylvania, the loss. And we listened to the radical left.
You still going around. Do you think it's gonna be?
Well, I'm coming to that. And I think a word of advice: hold on until Tuesday for Herschel Walker that you handpicked, so the media don't criticize that we lost another one, because I don't want to see. I want the majority to be Republican. So Trump, I beg you, I love you, and the 75 million who voted for you is still rooting for you to come back in 2024. We have to hold on. For 2024. Oh. So let Herschel Walker go on that runoff, and whatever problem that you feel that Ron DeSantis is a threat, he had mentioned or stated that let Trump run, and that he give the exact political answer. I'm going to focus as a governor in the state of Florida. That was his statement. Okay? Yes, he has political capital. He has every right to run. Right now, the party is damaging. So please, Mr. Trump, control the language. And I'm urging all the Trump supporters. Okay? Now, my colleague Johnny asked me, if Ron DeSantis is going to run in 2024.
Trump or against Trump? They have to go to their primary.
I don't know what Trump got in mind for the next couple of weeks, Johnny. And if I were advising him, I will tell Mr. Trump to cut it off.
Wait.
Cut it off.
He would say, "You fired."
When you say cut it off, you mean not to run for office?
No, and it stopped the bigotry, stop the nonsense. This is not the time. This is the time to recognize a great leader, and that's Ron DeSantis. Yes, Mr. Trump, you are an absolutely great leader. But now is to cherish that victory that we had in Florida.
Est-ce que tu as des découvertes ici? Pour me dire là, développer le monde ça cap suivre by ça là, pour dire que Trump c'est un bon leader.
He was a great leader, a leader that put this country first, that made America great, that we have a prosperity. Excuse me? To have a great prosperity. To have look at what we see around the world right now, and Trump could make it different. And the 75. This is the first time that ever happened in 2023 when a president lost an election with 75 million people. Now we see what's going on in Arizona. We see what's going on in Nevada. How the Democrats trying to cheat again in this election. Right. It is time. We Republican. We put together. We put our strength, our energy to regain. And if Donald Trump, you run for 2024, you will serve 4 years. Hopefully, you'll have a full Congress and a full Senate. That means if we have a supermajority, let me say it again, if you have a supermajority in the Senate and Congress, you could serve another 4 years because your party could vote for you. So don't diminish that. Look at that capital.
Boy.
Okay?
Boy, you have to look at the screen. Joe said, we need to.
Check attention.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
But,
no, this is the time, Mr. Trump, and if I do have an opportunity to go to one of your rally when you come down here, and if I have an opportunity to see you again, and I would advise you the same thing. Just stop the nonsense right now, because Ron DeSantis got the what they call political capital. Okay, with back in 2020, back when he was running, what you stated about you saved him from Mr. President. That was your right to send the FBI to look at on this fraudulent vote that was going to South Florida. I don't just like a lot of Republicans. I don't see why you bring this up after this great victory, and you're losing a lot of support right now, Mr. President.
When you call him,
please hold off, Mr. Trump.
When you call him, you can talk to him so personally.
And I'm asking, and I'm making this call to every Republican chairman from county and statewide, and also to the National Republican, and also to all the Republican donors. Mr. Trump, listen to our advice. I'm asking you, we have an opportunity to save this country. We have an opportunity for you to come back in 2024, and we're all going to be behind you. And hopefully, Ron DeSantis could be your vice president. That will be the best ticket for the country.
Listen, Ron DeSantis is no longer the number 2 guy.
No, because what the Democrat Party did to Mr. Trump for the last 4 years, and the FBI.
What you talking
and
about?
The FBI with all that Russian. This was and what they did and I'm going to come back to that. Hold on a second.
You know I was going to say that, but I kept quiet.
With what they did in Mar-a-Lago for the FBI to come, this never happened to any president. And that's why if Kevin McCarthy become the Speaker of the House, we have to look into the FBI, and we have to look into Merrick Garland to see we get him impeached and bring him to Congress and have a real investigation. And what's going to happen this new Congress after January? I don't want to hear that January January 6th again. What these people exercise their right. We were pissed off how we lost this election, and if we don't do something in this country, get rid of mail-in ballot. And I'm urging every state and every governor right now. We're going to have 25 governors in the country to get rid of freaking mail-in ballot. And that's how the Democrat is stealing the election. Look at what happened in Arizona. Look at what happened in Nevada.
Listen, if you get rid of mail-in ballot, are you going to give the day off for people? They're going to make voting?
If we have to do that, let's introduce a bill to do that. If that's what we got to do, let's do it. I don't mind. We have a whole week of early voting where you go vote in person. That mail-in ballot, this is what, now you have ballots coming out of Arizona, coming out of Nevada, out of nowhere. It is not fair for these 2 states. We had 8 million votes in Florida. We were able to count those votes, like Marco Rubio say. We were able to count those votes in the state of Florida. They got 2 million votes, and they can't count those votes in Arizona. They can't count those votes in Nevada because the Democrats trying to steal this election again. They did it back in 2020, and we're not gonna have that again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a wonderful night. We will check his blood pressure after to make sure he's all right. Pablo, thank you very much for allowing us to come over here and take over your studio.
I didn't do nothing, mind. I do nothing, mind.
to do this show. And thank you for everybody who had the chance to watch this. And this is posted on multiple platforms, and principally in HMI Live and also in OUVRIBARYE. It is time.
You got to say hi to some of these people, too.
It is time. I'm going to let Pablo do it.
Yeah.
It's time we do things different. It is
for all the comments, man. Come on, man.
Actually,
it is time we pass the information. And it's okay for you to be for somebody else, for another party, and the person of another party, and be able to have a conversation. That's how it's supposed to be. We love you guys. Pablo.
There's not really much to say, to be honest with you. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be on y'all show today.
And I like
not because I'm off. You don't see my finger go nowhere. Okay,
we do it a little bit different.
So give all the shout out on the
you know what I'm saying?
Facebook.
Johnny, man, listen. For those I was watching the show today, thank you. We appreciate you guys. And for those that's watching Incognito, thank you. I can honestly say Joe August, I'm assuming for short, has been one of the main person in here that's literally vibing with you guys. So shout out to your family. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Joe.
You know what I'm saying? But this political thing, to be honest with you, bro, it's I like it. I like the idea, but sometimes we have to be like careful what you say because the same person you might talking about it might come to the door tomorrow and
It's
be like,
okay.
hey.
It's politics.
It's okay. It's politics.
And we get that, right? I mean, not on anything negative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm just saying? But I just wish the education level on the on this politics side,
Yeah.
people knows. We all look at. Let's give credit for Heather, you know, who went out on a limb to run for office, and this other Haitian descent, you know,
Naomi, yeah. And Rod Joseph.
Okay, so this is where the education comes in. I know what that you said earlier about how come those that been there before not extending hand. The term of education is hard in our system to teach the next person how to do this, how to do that. But I'm not gonna lie to you, boy. I will say though, they need a person like you, because you, from what you know, and let me give you gems right here on this program right now. For what you know, bro, you should not be an easy person to get hold of. I'm just going to make it as basic as possible. You know what I'm saying? Cause no, seriously, you can be a very great political analyst, okay? Very good at that. But I think it's just the fact that this Haitian environment is not catching up to the system. It's not catching up. We are too focused on yes, not enough, no, or maybe. So I wish for those Haitian decent that's running for office, doesn't matter what district that they run into, and they run to you, maybe it's time for you to educate them a little bit. You know, because education is good to know what they're getting into, what that seating mean, what that position meant. Because some people, all they see is the money. Oh, how do you call it? City people get money, so why not? Let me just run for it. No, there's education that goes behind it. There's steps that goes behind it. So if I were you, I would take that initiative to go out to offer it. If they take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. Because here's why I said that. From the moment that I have the I know you for a very long time, but from the past couple of days I spent around people, and I see how you move, what you do, and how you do it, brother. Hats off to you, man. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I just hope you take it. Don't take it as a hobby. Okay? Take it as something serious. Because you have more knowledge than people I've seen on TV. I ain't gonna lie. You have more knowledge than people that literally have 3 screens in front of them to know who's who. It's amazing how you able to know who the governor of such a city is. And you living right here in Florida. Those analysis I see on TV, whether it's CNN or Fox, they got a prompt in front of them that's pre-script.
That's it.
Yeah, he's over the same thing.
You see what I'm saying? Pre-script. But you're like, boom, he just mentioned one thing. You just brought your incident. Me, I'm like, you're serious. Who's the governor of such? That's exactly my next thing. But beyond the point, is that I think you should do, and I asked something I tell you today, I've been telling you that you should literally stick to that political platform. You should do it. I think it fits you, it molds you, it is who you are. So whether it's from us or you move the next ladder, just keep doing it. Don't stop. Seriously. And shout out to OUVRIBARYE. You know what I'm saying? AKA Johnny in the building. Because this is not because this is Pablo's whatever, but you take the initiative to be here to do what you're doing. And boom, I got a day off. So that's the most plus. So shout out to you too, family.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So there you go.
Bon, let me saluer tout le monde qui t'a suivi nous sur Facebook là. D'abord, let me saluer Junior. Junior, attention, on sait comme ça que m'agité. Les que Pablo, Johnny, l'ont passionné dans bagay, it become very easily to adapt to it. I'm not just a political analyst, but I'm an advocate for what I believe in. Sam Kwela donne, c'est que communauté PAM, communauté d'abord, nous sommes haïtiens. Nous sommes haïtiens que je ne pas que nous voté par émotion, je ne que nous voté par feel good, ok, parce que ça, mon a dit nous. Parce que nous vivons dans un système que c'est pour nous engager dans le système. Dans les engage là, c'est pour nous vraiment plus participer. Ou attendre des gens engage, c'est là tel monde vient dans la communauté, il va voter, il dit là voter. Non. C'est pour nous connaître comment pour nous combattre le système. Parce que le système itself corrompu. Le système itself, faut qu'on comment the in and outside of it. Parce que il y a des bagages qui viennent présenter, parce que dans l'élection, républicain doit gagner plus chaises. M'attend des New Gingrich qui dit en pile républicain ça yo pas qu'à parler, yo pas qu'à communiquer, OK? C'est même genre tout et tous les deux partis yo offrent classe que nous pas jeudi m'attend expliquer a dit est-ce que moun ça a été prendre classe, li dit regarde comment Herschel Walker performer, on est quitté prendre classe li performer et puis regarde comment l'autre républicain performer. Est-ce que c'est ça fait que nous perdions cette élection? Est-ce que c'est ça fait que et républicain parce que nous came from the countryside en puis le candidat était allé sortir dans le countryside là, you pas related with what they call suburban voters. Est-ce que et l'engagement parce que yon nan bagay nous doit dire on tape et de colonel là les ko son candidat simba mais Johnny là ou suivre ça simba ka kembe l'engagement à 1 minute 2 minutes il y a un problème, oui. Parce que son système qui utilise what they call an ad, you have to have, look at when regardez l'on a fait debate. They told you have 60 seconds, 60 minutes or whatever. You have to make the point. Why you think a commercial ad is 60 seconds? Because if you cannot convince somebody under 60 seconds, under a minute, you lost them. Parce que dans le pays ça que nous vivons là, an average voter got a 4th grade education.
That's crazy.
And that's a fact.
That's a fact. Ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
Thank you.
So, and let me say thank you to you. Thank you to Johnny. Thank you to Junior. Thank you to Mo. And you guys have been a true inspiration. This is something I've been doing for many years. Yes, politics is your life. Everything depends on it. And 2024, quel que soit politicien qui run haïtien, que HMI Live, Johnny OUVRIBARYE, nous avons plateforme que nous capable take over your campaign. Je ne pas dire ça parce que nous senti que m'a fait advertising, parce que m'a dit ça parce que catégorie que monde que me connaît yo ya Pablo quel que soit son politicien cap design tout flyer ou capable poster board pour comment pour campagne Johnny cap advisor he's very technically comment pour manipuler social media avec Junior. Moi-même, je campé sous point communication pour m'advise. Ça m'a dit non là, mes amis. Mon gros candidat qui perd une élection, je regrette. C'est-à-dire que attitude moi, I don't kiss ass. Si on m'a demandé oui, ma baoul, mais si c'est moi qui vais venir là, je ne vais pas faire ça. Je ne vais pas faire. Et c'est dans le point ça que je regrette que je ne vais pas faire ça pour me faire, qui fait journée aujourd'hui, que le candidat a perdu l'élection, il réalise parce que tellement de manipulation, je vais donner un exemple. Boise est supposé gagner congressional district à 80%. Parti démocrate là pas besoin you injecté Maxwell Force en net ou pas on qui ont carrière politique yo prend Corinne Brown qui pas quand même voter pour tête li parce que she's an ex-felon mais il doit pour run pour politique ou comment pays yo prend Allen Grayson qui sont millionnaires qui injecté qui supporté qu'on y a al craser vote et Boisia et puis je ne jodi a nous gagne Maxwell Ford de 25 ans toute manipulation ça gagne dans politique gen bagay si ke nou pa kompren ni, 11 dam haïtien ap run as a Democrat que haïtien vote à 98% démocrate, parti démocrate la rejeté en commencement. Qu'on y a l'autre 10 haïtiens qui prennent l'élection, mais qui savent, oh non, m'bral ou encore. Et ni sous parti républicain, l'autre dit, bagay, yon ti jan paix. Moi-même, people, si nous pas connaissons, I'm a beast as Johnny. I'm a freaking beast.
Je dis ça déjà, oui.
M'a pas adressé problème non, mais les moi veut moi combattre pour moi tout. M'a dit ça combat pour me virer de moi. Good night.
All right, everybody. Amen. Thank you very much, Pablo. Again, thank you. This is a lesson for our community. This is what come together is about. This is put together. So, it's not a competition.
Officially, Wine in Politics. That was the original name. I was going to stick to it. Yes. It was exactly how we started with the Wine in Politics. So it is back. So next we got that pitch active next week.
Here we go. Wine in Politics. So this is what collaboration is all about. It's not about competition.
And we're going to keep it on Friday. So
the equipment, and we make this happen tonight. And if you like it, if it looks good, let us know. Because I'm trying to bring Pablo to the dark side.
Good night, and we do gonna have in the future radio WKB. I will get back on it, which is gonna be our team. You know, it's not I and the team, it's our team. Eleksyon, c'est konya que nous parlons combat. Johnny, you probably gonna need to hire people because. C'est konya que nous allons combat because we're gonna be in their face. Whoever is elected, Republican or Democrat, they're gonna be running in 2 years again, and the county is gonna be 4 years. So tous les deux partis qu'on y a participation pour président, pour l'antigen d'abo. So I need you guys, okay?
Don't forget to say congratulations to Lavon Bracy.
Lavon Bracy, yes, that's Bracy's sister, who's running for run a state representative 40. District 40 or 41? 41. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Bous Antoine too. Bous Antoine. Shout out to Bous Antoine.
Shout out to Bous Antoine. See y'all later.